Hello, my gorgeous water signs. Now, this is a collective reading for absolutely all signs, but my water signs, I want to connect with you because I want you to know that this is about the emotions. This is about the water. This is about that water element and how it impacts our love lives, how we do and don't manage the flow that comes from emotions, okay? Now, so far, I've just got the bottom of the oracle deck I'm using, and it's Egypt at the bottom of the deck. And straight away, I thought, okay, we're going to pin it right there, and we're going to come over here and share this with you because already I'm getting information and visions about Egypt. Yeah. Now, I want to talk about the idea of pyramids and the fact that they do or don't exist, and that's all I really want to do. I want to link that to, does that love really exist? Does that feeling really exist? Will that thing really happen? Will that thing really manifest? Yeah, that's what I'm receiving here. I'm connecting with all of my kind of Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio today with a real focus and awareness on that. Does it exist? Doesn't it exist? Will it ever happen? Okay. Manifestations now coming out, and timeouts coming out as well. Love life's coming out. Spouse is coming out. Wow. Look at this. And creativity's coming out. Self-love at the bottom of the deck. This is really nice because I felt guided to do this collective message really aimed at the water element, and it's in line with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio reading I've just done as well. I really felt guided because of you guys, so that's really nice. What I'm looking at here is the manifestation card coming out first, and it really is talking to me so much about your hearts and your desires and what you're wishing for in a connection, and actually whatever's happened in the past, you breaking away from that idea of what it meant to be with another. Now I'm looking at a spouse, but it's a past energy, okay? Some of you guys could be questioning whether or not you want to go back to this past. We're going to look at that as well, don't worry, we'll talk about that, okay? Some of you are heartbroken right now. Some of you recently gone for a breakup and you're not sure if you're going to get back together. You're not sure what you want to do. Some of you guys are manifesting new love. Some of you guys are absolutely in love with your creative projects and you just love you and what you're doing right now. That's really nice. Some of you guys are in love with your archangels, the divine relationship you're building with spirit, and I see that as well. Some of you guys are in love with your confidence. Some of you guys are going on a self-love journey, right? All of you are there, but I'm getting rushed back to whoever is going through this divorce or this spouse or this separation. There's a lot of you guys that want to speak up as well, and I hear you, okay? And I'm going to come and connect with you guys as well. I'm going to dive in with the tarot in just a second, okay? Okay, so let's dive in to each of these stories and see what wants to come out first. We've got 3 different scenarios that are staring at me just to confirm with you guys. The first one is manifesting a new love into your life. Another scenario is time out from a spouse. And then another scenario is loving your creativity and that being the love of your life at this time. And then the other one is the self-love element, okay? You may connect to all of this. You may be manifesting a better loving relationship with someone that you're already with, that you're apart from, away from at this time, separated from, having a break from, and focusing on your creativity and on self-love at this time, most likely scenario. But for some of you guys, there are elements of breakup that I can see in the time out here. There are manifestations at foot for some of you guys as well, where you're manifesting the love of your life or your idea of, right? Then many of you guys are also manifesting that creative career, that life that you want, that ability to really succeed and following your passion. Whereas some of you guys are really focusing on loving yourself after a breakup, after losing your creative flair, after losing your confidence, after losing some kind of love. It could be an actual loss as well and bereavement, okay? So let's go in. Yeah, there's so much love in the air straight away coming out, which is really nice. a really, really reciprocal vibration as well coming out following that, okay? So let me tell you what this means. Straight away, right now, you are, I don't want to be rude when I say this, right? Because I feel like there's an element of ungroundedness. I feel like I'm connecting with someone who's dreaming a lot, fantasizing a lot, envisioning a lot, about the life that you want for yourself, the love that you want for yourself, okay? There's all of this emotional fantasy around love, and it looks like it is around another person, specifically around reciprocal love. Now, let me shuffle a little bit more before I decide what I want to say about this card here. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, there's someone here that you're manifesting, that you've got your eye on, that you want to be with, that you're already giving your heart to. Some of you guys, you could already be out here dating. It could be the early stages. I want to say first 3 months of a new romance, or you're now going on your third date in the next week or so. In the next 3 to 7 days, you could also be going on the third date, yeah? It also gets trimesters, so someone could actually be pregnant at this time as well. Extra confirmation for someone. So really, really nice energy and a really nice reading. There's a lot of love coming from the viewer. So you watching, I can see your vibration. I can see there's a lot of love here. But there is this person. This is what interests me the most, because I can see that there is someone else that this love is going directly towards. But you do worry a little bit about this, but you are so much more excited about it that it washes the worry out of the water. But let's dive in and look at this person. This person is an absolute wish come true for you. But not only that, right? Oh, gosh. Not only are they an absolute wish come true for you, but they're the polarizing energy of that. When you really, really want something so badly and you wish, like this is a, oh, I can't believe this kind of energy, then you're going to have that polarizing energy of, oh my God, what if it goes wrong? Oh my God, no, this can't be true. Oh my gosh. Like, do you get what I mean? You go, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Like, it's both of those energies pretty close towards each other, because it's so beautiful, something that you want so badly that you're scared of losing it before you even have it energy. That's the confidence as well. Sometimes when you're so confident, you can get imposter syndrome and be like, whoa, no, this can't be real. Like, why am I so confident? Why am I so bubbly? Why am I so happy? Why is life so great? No, something's gonna ruin it. Do you get what I mean? You can't have the light without the dark without the light, the high without the low without the high, yeah? There's always that back and forth energy. So let's look at that, because I think that's an important area to cover internally and make peace with today, at least in this reading, okay? Oh, wow, look at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups. And then we've also got we've got a 9 of Wands. We've got 999. This is ending. Well done, guys. Well done. I can see that you're really making smart choices, and this is going to work. Hold on. Yeah, oh wow. Wow, there's a lot going on. Give me a second. Okay. What's so beautiful about this reading is I can see that although you are really, really scared and really, really excited, you are really, really aware of the fact that you do feel this way. And that is the most beautiful thing I can say to you guys at this time. Regardless if you're petrified as fuck, or regardless if you are so excited you cannot contain your excitement, the one thing you can guarantee in this now moment, guys, is that you feel it, right? You can feel that, right? That isn't a made up energy. That isn't a made up source. You feel that shit, correct? Even though I started saying, oh, there's all this ungrounded fantasy dream energy here. And although that is a thing, that's because you're swept away with emotions. You got 9 cups here. That's a lot of cups. That's a lot of emotions. Then you got 9 swords here. That is a lot of thought and conflict in the mind. Of course, that's going to conjure up fantasy, vision, dream, thought, prophecy, overthinking, overanalyzing. Everything's coming forward here. And not only that, we started with the 6 of Cups before that as well. So it's not only you, it's another. It's the other opposing energy that is also feeling the same way. It's reciprocal energy. Interesting, because we spoke about requited love for, I believe, Cancer, maybe even Scorpio. The whole water element is going through this. And look how many water cards we've got out. We've got Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, and Six of Cups. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings felt on both sides. Do you know what? The only way I can explain this, for some of you guys, it's a relationship, right? And you feel the same way, they feel the same way, but you're both bouncing between that fear vibration, getting in your head about it, and then being overly emotional about it, like, and not wanting to come across too emotional, too intimate. Like, you know, when you're really into someone, but you don't want to be too obvious that you're into them, because then they might not be into you if it's so obvious that you're so into them, and it's just like you're even cringed out about how much you're into them. It's like embarrassing. You're like, I like this person so much, I'm actually embarrassed. Shoot me now, please. Just end it, because I can't even take myself seriously. How much I like this person. Shoot me. It's that kind of energy. But if that applies to work or creativity, then it's like you're really, really amazing and gifted at what you do. And then it also brings you so much passion at the same time. But then actually you can see that not only are you getting passion and enjoyment from what you're doing, you're benefiting others with what you do. You're actually significant in your industry or sector or in your team with the rest of your colleagues. Like, there's a significant awareness of how important you are as part of the team, as part of what you're doing, as your creative vision is my point. Like, for me, for example, the best example I can give is I have suddenly really just got comfortable moving all of my business ideas into a tech space and start really developing my tech startup after sitting on research and visions and dreams of all of this stuff for a really, really long time. So to move forward with that and to be able to take all of this source code and data that I've been sitting on and turn it into something tangible, I realize how significant it is for the sector and how beneficial it's going to be for so many people in today's society. Like, it's really going to benefit humanity. So on one hand, I'm breaking ancestral curses and fear barriers, because I was so scared for a long time to even do this, because I knew I didn't have the financial standing to do it, the confidence to step into this kind of arena without all this background expertise. But I did it because I had the Nine of Cups energy. It was my wish fulfillment, is what I felt like I was destined to do. But now that I've stepped into it and I've done it and it feels destined, I actually see, wow, this is going to make a major change across tech. This is going to really influence the way that things are done now. This is going to create such a healthy standard for social media and big tech and advancements in the future. Like, wow, like, there's benefits for me, but there's benefits for others as well. Say, like, if you're a content creator and you're doing getting ready with me's, or you're doing body positive stuff, that's amazing, because it took you some time to get your confidence up and get your body out there on the screen. Now you're doing it more and more, and you just did it because you loved it. Now you're helping other people who have confidence issues with their body, and they're getting over it because you got over your issues, and now they can learn from you. Yeah, that's another example of it as well. So it's just beautiful to see how this just kind of spirals around in just doing you. How important it is to do you every single day, and how that brings things into your life in a healthy way. I do want to tap into this heartbreak from the past though, because I feel you guys calling on me with that. So let's dive into that. Please hit the like button if you're still resonating now. I just want to look in, like, because there's some people that are separated now, but there's a lot of you guys that are sitting on a separation from the past that still is, you're over it. You're over it. Even the ones who have gone through a recent separation, you knew that it wasn't going to last. You knew it wasn't meant to be. Like, for anyone who was broken up in the last 3 months, like, you knew it. But for some reason, I kept getting called to the spouse card, and it's with the timeout card, so it's like separation energy, a breakup, yeah? So I just want to make sure I don't ignore that, because I see the beautiful collection of you guys that are dating somewhere new in the last 3 months, or going on a date, and the third date's going to be significant. Whatever's going on, it's really nice. But let me just look at this commitment energy that seems to be just on the back of your in the back of your minds. Okay, 5 of Pentacles is coming out of that. Okay, so you guys, interesting. Really harsh energy. Okay, give me a minute to work out how to best explain this to you. I see it clear as day. In the past, water signs, you guys have really cemented your life around a relationship, other people. You've committed. You've got incredible abilities to commit to what you want. You've grounded yourself. You've built a career, a lifestyle, a family, morals, beliefs, views, opinions, ideas, creative content around a connection, around a lover. So you and your lover could have done duets on YouTube together, TikToks together. You could have worked together online. You could have ran businesses together, had a house together, you got family, kids together, traveled the world with each other. Either way, when you're in a relationship for a long period of time, you rub off on them, they rub off on you, you start speaking the same, talking the same, you've got your inside jokes, you do all these little quirky things, you're going to eat the same food, drink the same drinks, believe, not necessarily everything, but there's going to be, when you're doing this family shop, you're going to know what your partner does or doesn't want, what their favorite foods are, what their favorite takeaway is. I mean, all of that kind of stuff, right? All of those, what I would say are the most beautiful qualities that you learn about each other, and the things that make you connect and link up and become stronger as a unit. And when you break up, you start to realize that maybe you don't need to do that thing anymore. You only buy that food because they liked it, and actually you don't even really like that anymore, or you don't need to put that kind of content out anymore, or write about that anymore, or call this person on that day and say anything anymore, because you don't work with that person anymore, you don't talk to that person anymore. It's just things that you don't need to do anymore, or things that you view differently, things that have changed, things that you're going to have to move on from because of all of this. And it is sucky. And this could work out in any way, with family, with friends, with parents, with anyone, regardless. Things change is the point. And what you're learning is that now that you've moved on and moved away from this relationship or this circumstance that you were in the past, now you're seeing what does and doesn't need to remain, because you haven't got to take the past with you. You haven't got to keep doing the things that you were doing in the past because you were only doing them for the other person. Yeah? Like, this is the best example I can give you. It's so cheesy, but I'll give it to you, and I hope it makes sense to some of you guys. I've grown up with two brothers. Both of them have allergies. I lived with them for a long period of time. One of them's allergic to beans. The other's allergic to fish and peanuts. And I love jam and I love peanut butter. All my life, I've been very conscious of making sure that the peanut butter doesn't go anywhere near the jam. Yeah, I'm 34 years and I am programmed to make sure I never use the same knife to mix peanut butter and jam. Now I live alone, haven't lived with my brother for like 4.5 years, but I still halt in the kitchen when I go to scoop out some jam with a peanut butter knife. I'm like, whoa, what am I doing? And I'm a bit OCD anyway. I would never want to mix different preserves in a jar. It's just OCD crime. No, don't do it. But the truth of the matter is, I'm allowed to do it because no one's actually going to die anymore. So I actually let my OCD issues go and my tendency for things to look super clean and superior. I'm like, fuck it. Dig the peanut butter knife into the fucking jam and spread it all over the place because no one's going to die now. So I hope that makes sense. It's so random, but it's a prime example. Like, I haven't lived with my little brother for like 4 years. And even when I moved out and I lived with my cousin for a period of time after that, and I lived in the studio after that, and now I live in the flat after that, and only now I'm going, shit, Doesn't really matter if there's peanut butter on the jam. Doesn't matter if there's peanut butter anywhere in this house. I can make fish and it can be smelly and no one's going to have a swollen face. I haven't got to worry about beans being exposed or bean juice accidentally falling onto the side of the plate too close to somebody else's food because they could die. Wow, what a revelation. What a moment to realise that limitations or sacrifices or amendments, because we can talk about equality, equity, liberation, and the things that we do to support other people so they can survive, right? So some of you guys, if you were spending all your money to support someone else, you're the breadwinner for the household. Well, now you haven't got to buy 2 loaves of bread anymore. You've only got to buy 1. Because only you. Before you had to buy 2 loaves of bread. Before you had to do this. Before you had to do that. Before you had to dress this way. Like another example, all the time I worked in early years in the education sector. I had to wear clothes that covered me up all the way to the top of my chest. I had to wear really frumpy clothes. Now, the other day I was just cleaning the house. And I was wearing a crop top. I've got GG breast size, may I add, H breasts, right? And I'm a plus size queen. And I was wearing leggings. But I was cleaning the house, working out in between, doing the crazy shit I do in between planning. And I had to run to the shop quickly to grab some bread. And as I've run out and realised, Louise, you could probably wear more clothes, but the corner shop is less than a minute away. So I just ran out quickly in my outfit, knowing that my chest is humongous, giving 0 fucks, ran to the shop. And then as I've gone to the shop, there's been a whole group of teachers come in from the local school with all their school badges, and I can see them staring at me, and it just dawned on me in that moment. I was like, shit. They're all looking at me like, where is this chick going? Firstly, she's wearing skin-tight clothes over here. Her tits are enormous in this crop top. But what the hell? And I thought they looked at me like quite shocked and overwhelmed. And I thought, wow, I'm shocked and overwhelmed because I'm looking at you in your floral print shirt. And I owned about 10 of them when I worked in your sector. How cringe. You're shocked by my outfit and my lack of clothes. And I'm absolutely shocked at the fact that I used to wear those frumpy shirts and those kind of pants to work every day and those kind of slippers. I hate that fashion. But I settled for it and I went for it because I had to look appropriate in that sector, in that industry. Thank God I can dress like a hooker now. Which is not the point, but do you get what I mean? Like, we sacrifice so much. We make all of these changes. I've got to dress this way in this industry. I've got to eat like this to keep this person alive. I've got to bring 2 loaves of bread home just so we can all eat. Yeah, and that could just literally be bread and food, takeaway expenses, or actually a whole fucking double salary just to cover someone else who isn't earning a salary. Yeah? And that's what you're learning here, guys. The wake-up call and the awareness is, I don't have to carry that person anymore. I don't have to carry that energy. I don't have to give time to that. I always talk about how much further along in my career I could have been. If I did this, if I did that, if I went here. But it doesn't matter. We had to live through what we did when we did. And to be honest, every step of the way in my career was divinely orchestrated because everyone around me who looked after me and housed me and cared for me at the time at which they did, it allowed me the freedom to truly be a creator and drive my own, be at the drive in front of my own creative endeavours, where a lot of people have to plod along doing working roles and taking on experiences and life's tasks that they don't really want to do. Where I've always had such a massive freedom for the last 7 years to only do what I really wanted to do, only do what drove me. So, and that wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the people in my life that provided me with the opportunity to do that, because they catered for me by providing me with a roof, you know. So that's a big deal. So you've also got to understand the importance of people as well and the significance in your life at that time. Because I can always be resentful. And in one of the readings for you water signs, I did go on and on about unreciprocal love and growing and showing. And sometimes we do outgrow people, and we do have to move on, and we do have to let them go. But it's not like we don't value the contribution they bring to our lives beforehand. And even when we have arguments and we fall out with people and they hurt our feelings and we go through breakups, and even if we never speak to that person again, there's a periods of times that we value the relationship we did have with them, or we do have with them. You know, it's just that we grow and we change and we become different people. And then when we look back, we look at it differently now that we're older or wiser, and our views have changed. And although I view our situation in the past a little negatively now and a little unhealthy now, at the time it was exactly what I needed. So there's nothing wrong with it. There's no judgment here. The love was there at the time. The love's potentially still there now. But in hindsight, upon reflection, in comparison to who I've become today, I am aware that now that is not enough for me, or that won't work, or I settled for less, or I should have done this or that. You know, it's just growth, baby. Growth, that's all it is. Awakening and awareness and a real insight that we are all growing, and that if we weren't growing, we would be settling for stuff over and over again that is only reflective of less and a desire to not be anything more than we've already been. You know, if we look back on our past with cringy, icky moments, wishing we never did that or we could change that, then that means we've grown. If we look back at our past with the exact same eyes that we've already had, then it suggests that we're not seeing anything differently and we're not advancing in any way whatsoever. And our vision should be advancing always, because that is a sign that we are truly growing. Yeah? So let me get one more card to see if there's anything else that needs to come out for you guys. Take it easy, okay? That's the advice. Take it easy and go slow, okay? Whatever you're doing now, you're new at this. This is new to you. There's a lot that's gone on before all of this. There's a lot that's going to come after. So the advice here in this new loving situation, after what you've been through in the past, is just take it easy. Don't put pressure on yourself as well. Don't over-apply yourself. Don't even, like, there's no need to apply for anything either. Like, I don't see you needing to apply for this. Just let go and just be. Talk, exist, smile, communicate, laugh, have fun, yeah? Because some of you guys, if you go into the dating arena, especially with dating apps, when you go on it, it's like you're applying for a job. Like, what do you do? How do you, like, dating's cringe. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I would rather not date. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life if I need to date. If I need to go out and have a date and go through this awkward cycle of getting to know you, then clearly I'm destined to be alone forever, because I just cannot stomach it. So with, like, it has to be natural. It has to be not forced. It just has to be there already, I guess. It just has to exist. It's just so hard sometimes to get to where you're meant to be when you've already got all these preconceived notions of it, and you're trying to work your way through it all, and you're trying to show up in the best light, wear the cutest clothes, do the cutest thing. This applies to social media content creators as well, trying to be the best you on the platform. It's exhausting, all this trying. Yeah? So maybe just, instead of us trying, water signs, let's just be. How about we just start being it? Let's focus on being more of us, instead of trying to get people to see us, or trying to get people to know us and understand us. Let's just be. And that is what you're advised to do, at least for a month. The next month ahead, okay? Just take the time, the next 30 days, just to be you. And whatever that entails, whatever that brings in, whatever that attracts, it will be more holistic and honest in you. Because when you show up really, really positive, really, really loud, really, really bubbly, really, really enthusiastic, and that's an extra effort on your part, then how long before you burn out, and then you've got to sit back in the vibration of trying to recharge and find that version of self again to bring it out again. You're best off just being you from the beginning to the end. Easier to manage, yeah? So I hope that finds you well, Scorpio, and Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. Anyone engaging with that watery loving element today. And I'll be back soon with more.